probably should have asked someone. Is this not starting yet? Oh, things are working. You know what? We should probably get that open. Okay. That's it. Alright, let's continue. Alright. It. Copy of the city map. We don't even have a copy of the city map yet. Pay for damages. Track down your badge. You need to lack of any obvious liens. Alright. We had the crowbar. We not the mug?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a...
Oh, I didn't even do that.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
What if it's on my left hand?
This trash container is locked. Force time isn't happening. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists.
Hang
There's a
on.
creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid.
The strange thing is we don't have to. We
What?
have the key, remember? The manager gave you the key. You are.
Oh,
The
yeah,
card
that's right.
is quite satisfying and handy.
With a don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of
All right,
rotten
so let's
food
just-
rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We have to catch
We're
up.
just in time.
Pick up the
Among the
rag.
threat has the
victim. Drop them in here. Guitar marked blue. The belt is
something slimy cat, a drab long
This is a military type.
the rest of
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning. Not really.
the lieutenant nods. Then you pick out a broken mug with a the container sounds
We got a
muffled
mug still.
groan.
Oh,
That's one thing off the list.
alright. Now let's die here again.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna...
I need like ammonia, right?
It's just a racist mug. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say? Understood.
Hmm. We got alcohol.
There he still is.
Yes?
So where was I? I guess I need to talk to this lady.
The RCM in Martinez. We don't see it. Of course. What can... Sure. Go easy on that stuff. Of course. Where to? No problem.
She's very...
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need...
Alright,
Sure.
Really?
now we got gloves. I still have the crowbar in my hand. Let's get rid of that. Alright.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white. The ammonia only
Still
once it
fails.
works. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with
This is
tears.
what happened last time. You
Murder's
moaned.
the win right now. I've seen...
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son?
Do it, I just can't keep...
No. This is a two-man assignment because you need to get your shit together.
I don't
Then
want
the girl will
to.
turn away from you and leave you behind. No, it's not, officer.
No.
No. You will get your shit together.
For a
Oh?
moment, the hanged man appears to smile.
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together.
I can't get this guy down.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Shall converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Only top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
What was the other piece?
I'll die before I What's this?
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done.
My fingers.
Talk to me.
They're right there.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Oh, we know it's a girl.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind
This
the
kid's
fence.
dumb.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Hmm.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
I keep throwing up, but I can't investigate
Fucking
behind.
pathetic.
You were lucky you didn't die there.
I should put strong words. How do I do that? Strong language. I spell language. That definitely is right. Nah. Too much effort. You got some advice for me and you're always here.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
Kid's left looks to his left and to his right and leans toward.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Alright. Let's try again.
What's going on? He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene. throwing away
Ungovernable.
incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
I think you can turn
Trying
the
to fuck at
Kuno
Kuno.
down.
Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panel
And then
aside.
what? You fucking there. You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the Ducky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not everyone can fly like Kuno.
Not everyone can
You're
fly like
old.
Kuno.
You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired.
I'm glad
and
this is
cold,
voice act.
but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you. You just point at the sun and ask what it is. Magnesium.
Yeah, it's the mag. You
How doing?
fucking need that shit to
Oh,
stay on
Adam.
top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube of death.
Can
Rips
he
man
go
like
on
a
stream
motherfucker,
and just listen
and
to
you
this
could lose a
character?
battle.
Sure. 1 second.
It's so stupid. This character's so dumb. What is he, like 12-ish? Oh, you muted.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against
Alright,
you,
yeah, I'm
Kuno.
watching.
I know all about magnesium. I would rock it all the
You're
time.
not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you
Jeez.
didn't do anything. Like you stayed home
Yes.
playing with your choo-choo.
Ugh.
Fuck you, pig. Don't you mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking
Why?
die.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Like some kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
musician.
Kuno plays on
Yeah, yeah,
Snuff
it's really
Radio.
annoying.
Fucks pigs live. Fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer. Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno.
Hmm.
The fuck do you want with it?
I'm gonna get in
Yeah,
there.
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small town shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have
500.
to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N
Ooh,
running down his trouser leg.
down. What's great about the
Pig,
pants?
These are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists.
Pants scientist.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
The urban wilderness.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Let's talk about these
Alright,
pants
pickle,
later.
Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
He's gonna steal all your money.
As you can see, Kuno and
I have
C
to
don't
buy his
trust
pants
you.
now.
Do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig.
The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Better not taken out of its historical context, my Actually, talking about this makes me uncomfortable. Let's back up a notch. Do I think he's racist?
What game is this again?
Disco Elysium? Do I think this
Interesting.
little kid is racist?
Oh, absolutely. Just from the voice. I vote yes.
This is quite better not taken out of its historical context. Might have anything to do with it. Does this adequate depiction of South Samaritan man have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
I'll try that
Kuno
one.
sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
Got that fast
He's
brain.
saying you pigs are after the mug fucker. Cause he's the clothes fucker.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
I don't think that's what I was saying, but sure. Someone's tamper with the crimes and clean something
Shit,
up.
that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there.
Ooh,
He's already come up with
Excuse
an
me.
interrogation technique too.
he's already. Oh gosh.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning
Oh.
into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
It's trying to get you hooked on the
Get away
snitching.
from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Parts in my head stashed in.
Of course you do. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hello.
Magnesium. That's what you're lacking.
Welcome back.
The
my
lack of
friend.
magnesium has you slack.
Thanks. How are you guys?
Very good. You sound distressed.
The magnesium levels in your blood
Stretching
are
because I'm
dangerous.
very tired.
It's about the
Get
low
no sleep.
magnesium levels, not the high alcohol levels.
I might get hooked on magnesium right now.
Magnesium?
Yeah,
Is in the element.
it wasn't the alcohol or anything else.
Yeah.
Did you say hooked on?
Hooked on
Long live
magnesium.
The other things.
That can
made
happen?
you strong as a monks they have.
So there's a lack of magnesium
Yes.
in me.
And it's critical.
Oh
Look
my
at
god,
yourself.
this game.
You're practically devolving into a fish due to
To
the lack of magnesium
magnesium.
in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it
I need
up.
to mag it up.
You need to get so
to
mad.
make it
that
sideways.
You've probably had 2 heart attacks
What?
and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription
God.
is insane amounts of magnesium.
I should probably play this game myself
Run
someday.
slowly. Don't be so
It's a
nervous.
long
He's
game.
having one right now.
That makes a lot of sense because every screenshot I see, it's just some
He's having fun
different
right now.
absurd thing.
You saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes, if you want to live, you
mean,
need
what else
to
would you call a,
evolve. You
What would you
need to
expect from a
transcend
game
the carbon
literally
barrier.
called Disco Elysium?
Go to the
It
apothecary
just sounds
and
crap.
buy insane
Yeah.
amounts of magnesium. It
Sure,
will
that's a good
reverse the
point.
damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's
It's
Yeah,
not the
honestly.
alcohol.
Buy more of that too.
I was up past
Alcohol
like
is
1 a.m.
not
doing
the
homework
problem.
last night. Finished some of it, I finished the assignment.
And it's certainly
But
not the
then I also got
extra
woken up
amphetamine.
early by rain, I think. And I also didn't sleep too
Nor
great to begin
smoking
with,
for
so I'm
40
on like 5
years.
hours of sleep.
It's the lack of magnesium.
Oh, no.
And
Yeah.
excess of
Unfortunate.
coffee.
Yeah.
You should
So I'm trying to
stop
gamer subs
drinking.
for the first time because
It will
Marissa bought me
travel
them like a
on your
long time ago, and I'm finally
gastrointestinal
trying them.
system.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Alright, can I get this guy down yet?
There he still is.
Nope.
Looking right through.
So someone killed this guy up in the tree, and we don't know who it is. We're trying to figure it out.
Oh.
But I've failed twice in trying to get him down.
Oh no.
And then this girl right here, this very nice girl, I talked to her, and it made me so depressed. I gave up and be like, cop.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, this is the girl. She's so nice.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your
My
name?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the
Plaisance.
store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Girl gazes at the window and suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling
Feel
something.
free to step in and browse our
And
wares.
she forgot to say that. Standing out here in the
I'm
cold.
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Aw, such a good trooper you are. Already learned the values of hard
Thank
work.
you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Airhead.
What's this
It's the type of
romance?
book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Proud to imagine herself in that
Or there could be
situation.
a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Oh, a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at
I
all.
haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, he thinks she has one about an excruciatingly painful
I
breakup.
don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No. I think about it. One where they plunge into towards spiral pain and recrimination. Only it's a really long and drowned out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Blossomed like a pain flower. Yeah. And drags for years and years with no resolution in
The
sight.
girl is at a loss for words.
Each to be filled with resentment
The
and
girl is
bitterness
at a loss for words.
for having ruined each other's lives.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
Each
I
of
like
you
how
tear
you're too deep to stop at this
Yeah.
point. It just keeps going.
Each of you tear at the other's innards, leaving a gape. Oh, I probably should have said before this again. A vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly. Oh no! I lost my morale. Look, it
Morale
happened.
critical, heal yourself now.
It happened again.
You're becoming depressed again.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
No one even likes cops.
It can be difficult to be on the receiving
Come on,
end of
Kim.
so much distrust and outright hatred.
He said with a sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cut
Who is Kim
the detective genre,
Kitsuragi?
social realism.
He's my partner.
Another police officer resigned
okay.
from the RCM
Yeah.
following a nervous
He's a
breakdown.
detective genre for social
He lives
realism.
under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected
Why
to
are
the
my
theory
why is my
that his
frame rate so
psychological
bad?
disintegration was precipitated
In
by
what?
his wife leaving him.
League.
I have no
It's
idea.
because
I thought you
the
fixed that
fathers
problem
lost
with
that
your
match,
computer.
said Captain Ptolemy Price.
I thought I
Once
did.
the man's
Potato should be
superior
able to
officer.
run the league, right?
It's never
It's
been this
because
bad.
he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions. And anyway, police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner,
Fuck
commented.
Darius, the concept.
Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague,
Mac Torson
did not
apparently
propose
glued his
any
eyes
rules,
shut.
merely saying, whatever happened to him
What?
wasn't about
Yeah, he
words.
glued his eyes shut
He got
apparently.
fucked, that's all.
Yep. Did it? I lost.
You lost. That's the end of the game.
I died.
You died. You didn't die. You just quit being a cop, I
I
guess.
just quit being a cop and lived under a bridge. I have to do all this over again.
Oh my. Bro, who came up with this dialogue?
I don't know, but it's really
Where-
good.
Where does it come from?
The RCM in Martinez.
What the news?
What can I help you with?
Can I help you with? You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all. Of course. What can I help you with?
You had some ammonia?
Sure. I'm done with it.
Alright. Remind me to
easy
save
on that
after I
stuff.
talk to this
It
lady.
gave me a terrible
Okay, I'll
headache.
do my best.
Terrible headache.
Of course. Where to?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit Tarzan.
Yes, sir.
The
District of
Revachol.
Martinez.
She looked around thinking what else
This
to say.
intersection is called Roundabout North.
Roundabout
He knows
north.
where we are. He just wants directions.
The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you're displaying. Alright.
No problem.
She nods, brushing off like soy off her
She's
cheek.
very well composed, back straight.
Ooh.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes away her brow with the canary yellow
If
gloves.
there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
We're gonna need the gloves.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance.
Really? None.
Maybe just a tiny
Maybe
bit of
just a
annoyance.
tiny bit of annoyance.
Alright, I got gloves. Let's put them on. And I got ammonia. Alright.
Save.
Oh yeah. Yep. So first thing we need to do is dumpster dive.
This trash container is locked. The sliding...
Dumpster dive.
But I need to get my... I already have it in.
This
All
trash
right.
container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Physical instrument, legendary.
It appears that Hollow Knight is a little bigger than Dark Souls 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, there. Alright. So physical instrument is up to 42%. And we
Fourth
still
time
failed.
isn't happening. You jam the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. What is this?
That's...
Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists.
What kind
This
of metal
calls
is
for a
this? This is
potent
fucking
curse
shit.
to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
The power
The
words.
quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
Utter the power.
Kick the container.
Oh.
Unsatisfying,
Damaged hell.
hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full. Full of itself. Content. Happy you failed.
Happy
This
you
slippery
failed.
trash container is having a grand old time.
The strange thing is, we don't have to. We have the key.
We have a
remember?
key.
The manager gave you the key.
Let it
The
go.
dumpster is goading you. It thinks you're weak.
Alright.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe
Oh.
you shouldn't.
Inland Empire. Inland Empire. What's this?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you. The smell
Nah.
of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Pick up the
Among the threadbare
rags.
kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Denim.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes?
Ooh.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Back to
Guitar
trousers.
mark, blue jeans. Pockets
Empty.
or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the
the
container.
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
We
A
tried.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored,
Olive
appears
colour.
from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
He nods and
Anything
stuff.
more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
Thrown out towel and mug.
Alright, we should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one.
He
I'd
nods at
advise
the
against
redheaded boy.
confronting that force.
He advised against talking to the kid. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there.
Fuck's he on about, kid? Kuno, he thinks you're an infant or something.
Yeah, he's an infant or
See?
something. Okay.
the lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
I'm going for a
You
mug.
pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
We're gonna take the mug.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Alright, we got a mug.
That's one thing off the list.
Saving. Alright. Talk to the kid with a crowbar in hand.
Does Kuno care?
Alright. Let's try the low roll.
What's going on
Aw.
is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Hey, Kuno. You can turn the Kuno down for a minute. Let's talk like normal
Trying
people.
to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck.
Ah,
Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up! Up, up, up!
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have. And
yeah, sounds like British kids.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for
5,000 years.
How the fuck did you get in?
My face shifted through the roofing material.
Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You can't do that, Kuno! He's trying to fuck at you again!
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
He says to himself and turns to
How
you.
did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
And this is where we talk about
It's
the
a
magnesium.
vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You just pointed at the sun, asked what it
Yeah,
was.
it's the mag.
The mag.
You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
Don't mystify
You're
magnesium.
not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your
Yes,
choo
Dad?
choo.
What?
Fuck you, pig!
Yep.
Don't do mag! You're
One
gonna
sec.
OD and you're gonna fucking die!
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the ducky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
You just gotta fly.
Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants!
Yeah, I'm back.
that's
guys.
all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Just jump. That's what the
Oh,
pig said.
that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Whole pig head. I liked it. It's got one too. This one points there.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Got him
Put
confused.
your shit back to normal! What is this?
I got him.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric.
That's so funny.
Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Kuno, I threw up and I can't investigate the body
Yeah,
now.
like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You were lucky you didn't die there!
I mean, you got some advice
Yeah.
for me. I mean, you are obviously handling it
Yeah.
quite well.
Kuno's got some advice for you.
And to his right and leans towards
What
you.
are you? Like 80, right?
Do you have this on
Maybe
like
you
a
could stop
streamer
embarrassing
mode or
yourself
something?
in front of a fucking
Yeah.
kid.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's only for the music.
Oh, is it? I don't think so. Didn't they just censor out a word that's not streamer friendly?
Is it not streamer friendly?
I think they censored out a slur there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's also a very common British word, so, you know.
I have more
At least, you know,
questions
as far
about
as
this
I'm aware.
crime scene.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
That man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get
Yeah,
there?
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be lead to an investigation. Someone may have tampered with the mercy.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to
$500.
be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
What's so great about the pants?
These are found modulars. Liquid fit,
Oh,
performance
and
plus,
scratch.
urban survival shit.
Urban
Made
survival.
in Mirova by scientists. Pants
Pants
scientists.
scientist.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
In the urban wilderness.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
I might be interested in your pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug in the trash.
Fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Does this racist mug have anything to
Yeah.
do with it?
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
He got the fast brain.
You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in
The
approval.
kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno.
Don't turn
They're
into a
trying to get
pig,
you hooked
Kuno.
on the snitching.
Uh,
Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno
Trying
doesn't
to get
like
hooked
to
on
be
the
seen with
snitching.
the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
What's in the
You know,
greenhouse?
Keep that gardener used to work there.
Gardener used to work
Yeah,
there?
that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
I mean by kipped?
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
Even the young one.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself. This ladder
No,
yours?
it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic tree house.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Alright, parts of my snatched them
Yes,
more in the
yes,
container.
absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno? Yeah,
Later.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Damn,
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hear that? Magnesium.
that's why you're
That's
like,
what you
yep,
lack.
this is the magnesium.
Magnesium levels in your blood are dangerous. Yeah, the other. Yes. You need to get one stroke. Don't be so modest. He's having one. Yes. If you just remember. And it's certain Norse.
Alright, we're gonna save one more time.
thought gained magnesium-based life
It
form.
is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms. Fused in little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It's also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired, maggot, down, mag time, liver damage, maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything, and you just need it to quit. What do we tell them? And I guess we can internalize it.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm internalizing. Alright, we're gonna get this guy down this
He
time.
still is.
So
Looking
strange.
right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is
Endurance.
all it does now.
Alright. Can we make it?
The ammonia
We-
only makes it worse. The second time,
We
not
throw
so
up again.
much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Alright. There it is. So it say
Are you
nothing.
okay, officer?
You feeling pat you on the back?
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
What is happening to you? Are
I-
you going to cry now, son? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer.
Why can't
or
I keep
you
it in
will
if I've been a
lose.
cop my whole life? Let's try
An
again.
appropriate attitude.
He draws his hand, looks you in
You
the
need to
eye.
get your shit together.
Alright.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Alright.
Might want to save.
Nah.
Okay.
So, we've equip and complete volumetric compressor thoughts. And it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be opposite. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to me, maybe that will help. Alright, we're internalizing.
Oh boy.
Let's get rid of Alright, time to talk to the child. The next boss.
Hello, sir.
I am the
Hello,
law.
sir.
She stomps her feet to feel
Are
warmer.
you interested in a new and exciting book?
This is a clear
Okay,
vest.
sir. I'll try to answer any question. My name is Annette. Feel free to step in and browse up. I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
Does we
I
have
do my
school?
studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school?
Well,
Let's
mine is
see.
a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it.
What happened,
They
dog?
say it's a charity.
Well, she runs her. Mine is a big yellow building in Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's
The
charity.
gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamor rings through the honeycomb of classrooms.
This is feeling.
Remorse. The parquet of
Remorse.
assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. The girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear,
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker
I
is
just
beautiful.
zoned out while
That's how
she
you get to
kept
headline.
talking.
You succeed.
You succeed.
there is stress and unease behind these words.
That sadly
She's
happens
reciting
more often than I'd
epithets.
like to admit.
How's that business
Mum
going?
says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being
It
cursed.
was fun listening to this, but
Mhm.
I gotta go have dinner and then have a office hour afterwards, so I'll be back later.
Again?
Yeah. I kind of need to shower and shave too.
Suppose that's okay.
Yeah. I'll probably be gone for a little while. Alright, see y'all.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Your distant squall of seabirds. A splatter of bullet holes from against the wall. Hmm.
Yes?
Tell me about
What
the
do you want to
case.
know?
If we're from different, why are we actually on the same
I'm
case?
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I mean on retrograde
Better
amnesia.
still than an imbecile cop-off.
Cop.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Did you say it's a mystery?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute.
Oh.
It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
What more do you
I'm
need?
relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
Lonely cormorant survey the seas indifferent to your approach. I'm seeing so many words I've never seen before. And that's not even English. Cape Side Apartments. Inside the frame of a motorcycle unrepaired and tools used as some bullet.
Hey, up here, piggo.
There's a girl out there. Did she spill paint?
The streets will flow
Cindy
red
the
once more.
Skull.
A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Rue de Esperance. The girl stares at the sailboat by the
The
pier.
streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep
gosh.
C.
You just want to know your name, Lily. That's. When was the last
Had
time
a
you tested?
battery of tests just last
Ooh.
week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
Despite the energy, she puts the brush aside. Anything about the recent
I
murder?
ain't no snitch, pigstein.
She wrinkles her
Go forth
nose.
and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
What are you doing on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Ooh.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Suddenly pensive. So you don't know what
Have
to
you
write?
ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
Mona was
We
here.
rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cabs. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to facing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Yeah?
Don't mind us, keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the dock next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Ooh.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You
Ooh.
should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be
Okay.
afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good
Ooh.
idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Catch you later,
Watch
Cindy.
your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Pay for damages. There was a mismatch between yours and Kim's. Was after initial inspecting the dead body. We should need to figure out how to put the clothes in the trash. Pay for damages. Alright, lady.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat,
Joyce Messier.
smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
He extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She stands close and holds out her hand over and around. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there.
Ooh.
If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Oh?
Interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Hell, strike. Oh, anything I can do to assist you? You're on a boat.
Why, yes, I am.
She looks at the deck under sheet, green and white still. A lot of people on boats are there. Does she have a
The
name?
boat? No. It is
Aw.
called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat is
It's a
it?
pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you
My
like it?
sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still haven't seen anyone else sail
I
the
haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor.
Of course,
It's
Kid
not
would know.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands. Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles.
That's a nice looking boat.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
That's good enough for
Why
me.
wouldn't it be? This is Revachol, Wayfair Act and all. Anyone can drive a boat.
I got a handle on the boats. Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing.
few
See
points
those
next
airships
to the
there,
horizon.
blinking? Those are the shipping side of things, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild
I'm
Pines
not
have?
at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real
That's
in
a lot of
revenue.
money.
8 billion?
Numbers thing. The money I owe is so
Yes,
much less
past
than
a
that.
certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where does
They
it get all the money?
started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when Pine
Ooh.
ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does this huge system want with a place like this? Oh yeah.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all
There
cargo.
are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
Alright, what about the strike?
Everything, right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this
I
precisely?
believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Oh.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after
Oh.
that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I
Oh.
say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A
Oh.
racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
So the strike is connected to the
Yes, I
lynching.
believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Ooh. We're getting information.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Ooh.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
There have been 2 prior. Both times the union won significant concessions, overtime pay, and a medical plan. Wow.
Mr. Clare told him to, how did he put it?
Significant. Told him to...
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Cool.
Yes, extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Over aggressive commie posture. I don't know what to think
Fortunately,
about
they
it.
explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It's pretty funny at
They're
that.
having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going
I'm
to do?
not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates.
Ooh.
The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Some union
Everett
boss.
Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of
Ooh.
course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt.
Oh,
I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
extremely corrupt Everett Clare.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Is he
He
that
is the
bad?
most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There are two of
Yes,
him?
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Oh no.
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Okay. The Debonders Union are a crime syndicate. It's not been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. As you said, that's not happening in the local. And so the brothers Clare turned the labor union into a crime syndicate.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everett and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective act for rights. Second life out of Rivershaw. Socialist mob. Not a socialist mob. We haven't talked to the Clare brothers yet.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
Something happened in the
I'm glad
election.
you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Oh?
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End
That's
of
not
story.
good.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name. And I don't have access to the union's files. Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch
Oh,
out
no.
when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Of
Change the
course.
topic.
How else can I help?
I learned a lot.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves.
Oh,
I'm
no.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
This world, the city,
Oh
nothing.
dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia?
Encephalopathic.
I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I
Merci.
sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Sympathy for your amnesia. Alright, we'll try it.
She's an
Oh,
impatient
yay!
type. Just float a favor at her. Insinuates.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law
I
enforcement
will be
credentials.
frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade.
Oh?
This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
Terminal B.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Oh, okay.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance white checks and Locklear and Catholic nerds race to 4. We thought about it.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How'd you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Yeah, I thought it was going so
This
well.
woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
You could just find my badge.
That would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose, that we don't investigate
No.
your back?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You seem rich, could have somebody.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it from the top of your lungs immediately. Show that asshole.
You seem rich. Could I have some money?
You're thinking it, but your lips are not moving.
Aw.
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes.
Squint your eyes, bub. But
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au natural, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, positively statuesque, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too.
I'm not ashamed to shake that. I should make my as I should be. Very concerned as well. I'm not ashamed.
Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Erdenin.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I'm gonna do it.
I am sorry.
No.
It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
Her voice is kinda a little hoarse from the wind.
What you meant to say was...
It's quite straightforward.
Aww.
Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
Ooh.
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Okay.
I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
That's a
She has
shame.
no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I getting any bolt
Unlike
cutters
you,
for this?
officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
I'm talking about the lorry. Oh.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her
Ooh.
irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Why didn't you?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
A strain like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The
Ooh.
road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. This is a limited time opportunity.
Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Excuse me.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
The cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
A lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The literage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
What proof do you
How do you
need?
think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
We already have some suspicion that one of the drivers is
The
restrictions at the...
two might even be connected.
Or not.
Oh!
Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
I made up my mind about the smuggling.
Yes?
Pro drivers, see what the yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open.
Oh boy.
I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should
Few
have
more
the time you
days?
need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
It's all
Of
for
course, Detective. Take care.
Magnesium-based life form.
now. Oh boy.
We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species. The next step in human evolution. An advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up,
Who mags it
drinks
up?
it down, and sniffs it sideways.
-1 logic. Docking reserved for residents of the city, of this area. Okay. Not sure we'll try and take down the body. Quick save us, so. Is Kuno still there? He's still there. But the guy, the racist man, will like the
He
mug.
still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body
Hey.
below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Let's cover your nose without throwing this up.
As you breathe in, the odor
Aw.
comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Wait, did I almost fail it? So it was... Yeah, if I had rolled 2 less, I would have failed it. Did he always do that?
They do after 7 days.
What?
Yes.
Game has
We are
rolling in it,
deep in
like dice.
decomposition.
Yeah, for like your... it's like your chances of success for something.
Okay.
So they just use dice as the RNG thing. Even yeah, but you can see you get it. You can see what the dice land on and they add together. I rolled a 5 out of 2 d6s. If I rolled 2 less, I would have failed.
Whoops.
I would have failed at a 94% chance to succeed. Even 7 days we do.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
It is 2 o'clock. It'll be 2 o'clock.
The material
in the game.
appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
What kind of armor is
Ceramic
this?
plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Punch
Your
arm.
fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder. The only difference is a barely audible click underneath. Sounds like the end of a long dice roll.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Oh,
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
what happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell.
Resist death.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
He could have been walking around naked. That's for all we know.
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes. It
Charlie's
is.
own place.
It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages. By
Ching.
catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That is what Ching means.
It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Sure.
Just
What?
something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
What?
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
You can see what
You
on
do
the bottom.
understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
Can I just
You'd
wash
have to
them?
boil them in acid. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
This is a bad time for a drink.
Extremely.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yeah.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
One and stay there.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing out there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the
An
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But
Innocentric.
which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
I'm missing
So
something.
nice.
A sudden ring fills the air as it pulls down his zipper on his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
The metal caught ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. Then sun shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the quartz peering into a lens needed just and then.
A sound,
Bright
a
light!
shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
It shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man such you chose. Blow machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do you
It
need
contains
for?
insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure.
Oh.
Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead. What do you mean? It's the you. Go ahead. Because you're coming right up. Copper Rooney. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You might be onto something there. Because you laughed at me in Provocopo. Sure, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investing? I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all. Do I remind you of someone? Sure I do. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
As you narrow your eyes,
There you go.
the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing
How
it?
should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face, hands, they're pink. Thighs too, the rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto.
So, what do you think?
I think he's
I
dead.
agree. Totally dead.
Daddy dead.
Dabba-doob doob dead.
Yeah, but that's what I thought. Oh, I like this guy. He's kind of dumb. He's really smart and also like a little. He's been see the bruises.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
It's your choice sometimes.
Maybe.
Want to dwell on it too long.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could still be healed smooth
There's
after
always
death.
a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done. The steel
70
reinforced belt
XP.
presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do,
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
I can cut them out.
I don't doubt your physical prowess, officer, but that's aircraft strength material, and we do not have a secure platform to... The risk of acrobatic failure is one we cannot take. We must not become...
The fuck have you got against comedy pigs?
Pick locks, that can be fun. Can I save? No, I can't. We could saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch? I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. Clown cops climb tree. Fall cretin...
Fuck yeah!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as a last resort.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts.
Maybe we could shoot him down.
Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head up!
How?
I don't know, shoot up there, maybe.
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree.
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno.
Let me
The
try.
lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence, with his elbow sharp, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Phalostes was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Oh my God, that was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to shoot? Whip up a grueling training regimen for him right now. Beat the man into him. Go, go, go.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again?
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano.
The lieutenant doesn't say a
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Huh?
Take his gun and show him how to use it.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearm. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Yay.
Just don't lose it.
He's letting me shoot.
I only have...
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Alright. We have a 50% chance. We did it!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
Communism killed
It takes
him.
a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed. The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap
You
it.
could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Alright, does he know?
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does. And with furious precision, the lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
I knew these guys were
His voice is deeply approving. What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go.
Is this the famous...
We have a Fed Gale.
Yay!
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alright. Bizarre scientific news. Oh. The 15th in the tribe. Wild pines, field court. I don't know that word. Names of Roshallian Indo tribes spring into your head. Settlers at the mention of wild pines. Royal monopolies, octopi, and swordfish, and most of them gone now. YBP expander Saint Baptiste. Brightest star alum resplendent. But isn't one missing? Wait, no. We're only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15? Oh, we can't internalize? But I want to internalize. Alright. We need to interview the union boss, so we should probably go down to the harbor and perform a field autopsy. Ask around about Tachi's possible meaning. Ask him to tell you about the case. We need to get his boots off. So let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Actually, no, wait. We need to find. Ask Kuno what he knows about the armor. Alright, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Figure out what's going on with this kid. He shot the body down. Empathy. Alright, 58%.
What's going on?
And we failed.
Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Get your you should give you okay.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment and had a minor seizure.
The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh?
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's
Kuno's
huge.
12 years old. This is a 12-year-old
Oh, yeah,
kid.
fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean troubadour?
Cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's
What
the one
is
you
he
wanna talk
talking
to.
about?
He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself. Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly
He
hurting.
says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Contusion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid.
Get the fuck out of here calling Kuno stupid. Pigs come to Kuno for guidance, then say he's stupid. The fuck is up with that?
They're lost without you, Kuno. They need you. You're in control of this.
Why don't you figure your shit out yourself?
Maybe I shouldn't have done
before
that.
you come to Detective Kuno for help?
Maybe we should.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Let's save. The jam mystery. Sure, there's something. Let's see how. Alright, so. I'll take that down.
Bastards!
Scab
We have
leader?
a right to work.
What's going on?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else out
You
here.
here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should
We're
I?
here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then yes.
Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power.
We have a right to work.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking
Rights
about?
of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any
Might be
side.
time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the
Right to work. Right to work.
Alright.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Actually, need to speak with the union
Have
boss.
fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. Why you want to meet that fat asshole?
About a murder that took place behind the hospital.
I know nothing about a murder.
His eyes snappy and sure.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Right to work.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of
We are
expertise.
not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work.
What is a
When
strike?
a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls.
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
Have the right to work.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in.
This man is in shape.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what's that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Who are all these strike breakers?
honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Ran through his steadily graying military
We
haircut.
came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, They ought to let in those who do want work.
Alright, that looks like it's still alive. That's good.
So what
I have a
exactly are you
question.
doing in this game?
Why do all these
We're a
men follow your
detective.
leadership?
We're a detective, and there's a murder, and so we're trying to figure out who did it. And all that's happened is I've talked to some kids who've been very mean to me, and a girl that's been very nice to me, and that made me want to quit being a cop. So I died talking to a little girl. And then I inspected the body that was hanging up on a tree for a week because no one decided to take it down. And
Okay.
and when we got it down by shooting it. And then my partner Kim over here thinks it was too much for him, so we're taking a break from the body. And now we're talking to some strike leader, the scab leader. I have a question. Lieutenant looks in his eye. What if all these didn't follow your
You
leadership?
think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, where is
What's
he
it
from?
to you?
Figuring out the street. Looks
No.
real familiar.
Don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Or I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I
Worked
know.
at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, maybe, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
It was a long time ago.
Interested in talking with you. Oh no!
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the
Main
entrance.
gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess bunk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Huge Simonese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind it.
How bad could one by some people?
Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers.
Have you considered storming in like all of you?
Why don't you?
I'm a police officer trying to instigate a riot.
Criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Man rubs a shot perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. I have a family. Great Rochelle Industrial Harbor. Oh, that's loud.
Scott?
Call me Manana. Asking me Jolly Eyes still
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
You're the man in the booth. Know about the armor?
The little boy had a good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Track it down, see it. Call me tomorrow.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used this to scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Oh?
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Sort of technical
I did
stuff.
some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces. A
Oh,
leg.
they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
1 piece of 1 is enough. All of it. All the
All of
pieces.
it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
And Mesqui's epic.
Yay.
All across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Oh.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
I'm a bit short on money. Can you give me some
Sure thing,
money?
my friend. I can help you out.
Alright.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always
Got some
been
money.
there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
Some
You know,
protesters.
the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
Union has problems getting by.
Nothing to worry about really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
What was that?
It sounded like a cat.
Oh, they're watching Wipeout. My mom was loud. I need to get past the gates, so it's the strike about anyways.
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb.
You're too hung or dumb to understand right now.
Oh, good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
I just want to talk,
Everard's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? Doesn't often dole it out, though. But sure, why not?
I mean, you can let
I
me
don't
through.
operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
The passage grants itself.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini
Oh, he really is a big man.
Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason it didn't seem like it's going to be that too much.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best
Oh.
measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview, or maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Has any of his tried
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Alright.
Sure.
Save. No man matches Measurehead. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Yeah, the young woman at the giant side agrees.
Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape.
Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his hand. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm.
Be calm, ham sandwich.
You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Hopefully you're just still saying
What
that.
is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
You hear your heart pumping, fast and irregular. Your joints ache and you feel old,
but still
alive. Somehow.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What do you mean by my body betrays my degeneracy? You have to come to Angulu. His face contorts in disgust as if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're making the woman in my company sick.
Yes, Al-Ghul.
What is Al-Ghul?
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
I mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
Oh, alcohol? Yeah. Is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
You're an amateur and I'll go I still need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race.
The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning. The race is weak. And if I need you to comply now. I just need to help me do my job.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. You just let me go. Alright, so transcend.
We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct.
Alright, we got a mug. We don't have a mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
I'm enjoying it, but I'm just finishing up the discussion post and I'm gonna take a shower.
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
Push him out of the way.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
Knock him out. Alright, let's do this.
How did this happen?
Aww.
Your fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
Your hand twists in his
Oh no, you're gonna get my hand.
Still, you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization
hand twisting.
any further.
Alright, conceptualization.
Ask what kind
That
of races
works.
there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
That's right, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. As you know, what kind of different races are there? That's that. I do.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about
I'm learning about racism.
Appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all like
Yeah, can't you see that it's all capitalized?
result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Fredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You
Who are
know
we
them
talking
by
about?
the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners.
That didn't clear up
My people simply call
anything.
them Maun. The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colourful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Who are type A then, in your
The
view?
Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
I don't know what
As
he's talking
proven by
about.
the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
And the Seminese
The
are?
indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulembuir on Ile de Fantôme.
What?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration.
Continue
from Ile
receiving
Maran to
wisdom.
Iceland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun written Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful.
Man, his racism is making me more confused.
An immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Contemplating the beauty. He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored.
Okay. Mud-colored.
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see.
He squints full of sage wisdom.
They are of an distinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb and for eating potato.
Not the potato.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
And the Vacuoliers you mentioned?
Evasholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history.
Is that correct? As are humans 82,000 years old?
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems...
Encyclopedia, easy success. I barely passed it too. It is 82,000 years that we've been recording history. You have very little idea of what has happened. That seems a law. For sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chess piece.
I heard about this revolution. Mistakes were made, but it was a race that you're wrong. Everything was perpetuated by degenerate left-wing marauders. Not all the people were ever show. You always do political thoughts. What was the revolution?
Revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zara's ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
What?
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoikhoi to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
I'm so
Enough
confused.
of type mediocrity.
That started with the outcome. The vile CF race culture and pedestrian police.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Any more?
Then there is...
He pauses dramatically.
Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the seminal Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site. The Khoikhoi, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have
I've already forgotten most of what he said.
To produce a super worker of Seminese strength and Grad servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Khoikhoi may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Khoikhoi woman or Khoika. But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize
Advanced race theory.
Then return to me. this clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian.
Alright, time to
Your love for
eternalize
disco
race theory.
music and venereal disease.
Oh no! I can't eternalize it. I don't have enough love points to internalize racism. I'm not a strong enough person to internalize racism. What is this cave? Anything about this? I'm gonna show him a
Does
mug.
not so much as glance at the object.
This is your kind of thing.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I can't knock him out, that's it.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
What? He turns his eyes toward the heart, seeming bored with you. You're still serve him. How does that affect you?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble.
Communism is pretty cool.
Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
Sure, I am a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore.
Wait, which one are
no life
Koikos?
left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
I don't really know who the 70s are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminese, you're from
I'm
Revachol.
from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with.
You have extinction to come to terms with.
Never getting into the harbor.
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
That is true.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He just started lowering down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
You got a hard noggin yourself. You sure I'm not going to match because superior to you?
Forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes
I think I've been
like a baby.
insulted,
This is not
but I can't tell.
Just an observation.
Anything else wrong with me?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head,
No, I have hair.
and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer.
I'm not a police officer.
You
That's
are
good.
a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate
I don't know what phrenology
of Ubi.
is. One of my answers was sure look left and the other Vesper.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
There is nothing funky. I cannot possibly.
Alright, let's get out of here.
What else we have to discuss?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
Oh?
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hurt.
I wasn't fighting bad. I was fighting bad unsavory ideology.
We're not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
The lieutenant groans.
Aww.
Doesn't say anything. That's right. You should do it again. It's the last thing you'll be expecting.
Alright, can I do it again?
The unpromising.
Alright, let's do it.
Returns.
Can I punch him in the face? I did it!
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat.
How long defunct side basically dictates your facial features?
You could swear you felt the
Only it's a defunct but value. Except to select neo-racist weirdos on the internet. You could swear you felt the soft.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. He's open. Rip into him. Right hook.
Back him for a 360 flying spin kick.
Intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
Alright, let's do a 360. Yeah!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still
So sorry, I didn't want to do
his
this.
head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Welcome to Revachol.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Yeah!
He's the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes haste toward the door. Alright, let's wake him up.
The man is still knocked out.
Aww.
He breathes slowly and
What's this? Yeah, no, it's in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Punched him. It did a roundhouse kick. Every worker uses a member of the board is written on top of the flyers. This is a dual or 7 miles and name on the back. Standard office file account, drawings seem to be blocked. Postcard? Sure. Someone left the coffee machine on. Magnesia, that's what it is. Oh. Ooh. Neat office shades. Want some sunglasses? There. I look cool. Oh, I had a crowbar. Could probably use that. Giant on a pillow and a pattern and coffee rings on the armrest. The radio's made a strange buzzing sound.
an imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Oh.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back.
Look, Lieutenant, went to the cloak, someone left their cloak behind.
Yes, it was probably you. It does bear the RCM insignia, after all.
You think I should get
the
it?
service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I...
As your fingers touch
Yay.
the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Add clothes. Yeah. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette. Here's the empty bottles of common of red.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Alright,
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Sure.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Yeah, it piques my interest, I think. This can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
RNG to gray machines and using when I don't know that word. 5 pine trees are printed on the screen cover and looks like a forest under snow. Can I go down here?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use.
Oh boy, I'm gonna cause a problem.
The large crane above. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Yeah? Oh, I didn't cause a problem. Okay.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose
has been fulfilled. What do you mean by that?
This container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
That's right, Cam. That's bad. We do need that. Oh, that's how you get help back.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Oh?
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Feel special.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that.
Oh, why not?
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the Union boss.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked.
No, I borrowed money from an unsuspecting, unknownable person.
Considers your actions with some puzzlement.
To your left, the lieutenant considers your action with some puzzlement. Persuade the door open. Alright, 3% chance. Can we do it?
Why
no.
are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
In physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my
Now
wits.
is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Nothing more to do here. You see fade industrial ends on the platform. Cavalston. The shepherds are. It is oddly quiet. The green machines are sleeping. That's nice. How cargo belts used for hefty one says vermilion. The speaker tour is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. Alright. Musk of oil and rust comes from the shadows in front of you. Smells like blood. Oh, money. More money. Look, I have a lot of money, a lot of debt I have to pay off. An industrial sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Oh? I don't know where I'm going. Coffee in the giant thermos is still lukewarm. Star made of islands leading up. Let's say one more. Hello, who are you?
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Expectation and impatience, well bottled. Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestured to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
A walrus.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you in the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff?
You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me
Please,
Dubois?
Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing. Filter it.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
His multiple chins move over like ocean
I,
waves.
too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to the
You're not
siren.
tight in the volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a wink.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on.
Oh no, I'm taking damage.
Comfortable chair in the world. It's violating your back.
I might die from this
By
chair.
the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Who's Garnt? Was there? Who is Garnt? Oh, is that the manager?
This should take care of that nonsense.
That's the
It
comics
should be
maybe.
sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager.
That's right.
Go ahead, take it.
He's bribing
That's
me.
25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Thank you. Take the
Don't mention it.
I've just
But
been
also
bribed.
Don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo.
I may have just taken a bribe from this guy.
Lost gun. The world is
Oh no,
swallowed
my
by that
morale.
hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost
I
gun?
know everything, Harry. Right
Harry?
now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Don't panic. Kim, turn to Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Took the novelty check and the chair is killing you. Oh no, I compose you.
God, You're sweating.
I was close.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry.
I was very
aren't you?
close.
You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it.
Oh god. So what? Ben can cry
you
too.
Want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look
Harry
so
Dubois.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What
no.
is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
good. Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his finger, but to no effect. You're instant stupor. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Now, because it gets Mr. Dubois, vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm great. He's sliding extra chairs into. That's what I set up right. Yeah, sure, walk.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself.
I'm told the union is
Questions will
vulnerable.
help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door opening
I'm
machines?
Not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Whose door?
No, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glass and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses on. Why do you...
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Sure.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me
I
know
wanna be
when it's
corrupt
done
cop.
and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his
You can
fingers.
get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is.
He's
One
smart.
last thing, Harry.
He smells obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all out.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
I meant the...
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinaise. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for a previous negotiation. Why would you know? No, I like that guy.
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Why haven't you let her in to see?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely
Joyce is gonna die, isn't she? Am I gonna accidentally kill Joyce?
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
A friendly gun-finding competition. Why are you calling me Dubois?
Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
That's true. So it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
A fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop.
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory science just test. My memory science is a bit hazy.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry.
Oh yeah, I was talking to the corpse. I may have been going insane. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure there's nothing to be ashamed of her. You're among friends, and the good news is you tested the phone in front of him.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Don't trust him. For all you know, Dubois might be his name.
You should confirm.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Ooh.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
What is my full name?
Harry. Harry Dubois.
You don't feel like either one of these things. You know
Conceptualize. I failed to conceptualize my own name.
Like that of a count or a beautiful man.
Well, I thought you were Harry Dubois.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
No, that's not my name. My name is Raphael Castel.
Fine, Harry. You can even be Harry Raphael Dubois de Costo, or whatever you choose to be. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can. But of course, Harry, your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I'd be a wonderful father.
Yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little
Or
boy
an
or a
uninterested.
girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
What does it say?
You're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I like about you, Everett. You get me.
Of course I do,
Oh,
Harry.
gosh.
And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
Harry Dubois.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Montanese.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand.
All right.
Please continue, Harry.
Have another look at the folder.
Everard's
Aw.
hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
He knows
I'm
everything
sure
about
it's
me.
not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Harry, I just know the things that matter to our friendship, and I want you to feel free to ask me about those things.
All right.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You want... My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I wanted to go over a couple of things about
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Sure.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know...
Oh no, is
I
Kim
like
gonna
you,
die?
But you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my
He
strongest
spin-kicked
man
us.
in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I understand. I'm a terrifying death machine.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing, but the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway,
Gosh.
I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Pulls up. Yeah, I think I was wondering how it's.
Here, you're one of us now. A
The
real red
Baldur's
and white
Union.
Union man. Take care, Harry.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Just stare into the bright light.
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit.
I haven't established my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
It's on. Alright, let's save. Oh my, this game. It's something. But I think I end stream there. Alright. My stream. Stop and stream.